Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For the cheapest and fastest coins anywhere, make sure to check out MMOEXP.com and use code ZIRK for 5% off your order. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
Today I'm going to be going over the best free 86 overall headliner players for you guys to go with. There are two fantasy packs that you actually get. One, which is BND, which means you're stuck with it, and one that you get, which is auctionable. We're more so going to be going over which ones you should go with for the BND. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Christopher Webb for being part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subs to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. Which also, if you guys are watching this video on the day it goes up, which I believe should be Saturday, the Kenny Pickett special is still available right now and will be available until 4:30 p.m. on Sunday when that game starts. So if you guys want to check out Underdog Fantasy, you can use code ZIRK to match first deposit up to $100 and follow me over on Twitter for my picks. I will be tweeting out my special slip Sunday morning if you guys want to copy me, and literally all Kenny Pickett has to do is get 1 total yard for him to be a W on the slip. And also there is a Madden content creator underdog tournament going on today. I actually may have already played my game at the time this video goes up, but if I end up winning that tournament, then I get $2,500 and $500 in underdog credit to give away to you guys, which I'm actually going to make that $1,000 in underdog credit, and I'm going to take that out of my own winnings if I win the tourney. So use code ZIRK, check it out, sign up today, check it out Underdog Fantasy. So as you guys can see, at level 12 of the Headliners Field Pass right here, you do get an 86 overall BND Hero Fantasy Packs. This is going to give you both releases. Yes, Release 1 and Release 2. If you're about to comment and say that you only got Release 1, that's because you probably did it before the Release 2 cards came out, or you did it on the day where Release 2 actually came out, which was Thursday, and it wasn't giving both releases, but as of Friday, it actually is now. So if you go through, you get this pack, it's going to give you both releases, and if you go through and you get this pack, it is also going to give you both releases. Now, if you don't know how to level up your Headliners pass here, you pretty much want to go through and do all these objectives, right? These Headliners program ones, stuff you can do in solo battles, stuff you can do just in completing solo challenges, the Headliner challenges, just a lot of stuff you can get done to earn XP for this. There's even some stuff that I haven't done in here for house rules. Now, I will say as well, you might have more objectives than me, because some people have the new objectives and some people don't. Unfortunately, I don't have the new objectives, but either way, you don't need the new ones to get to this pack, which is what we're going to be talking about today. And there are 10 different options that you have. I'm going to go over 6 because I feel like 4 of them you probably just shouldn't go with. I'm going to go over 6, but I've ranked them, and also comes down to what your team needs. Now, if you're curious about the ones that I've decided to not even place on this list, that would be Carson Wentz, Corey Littleton, Kwity Paye, and Eddie Jackson. To me, I just feel like none of those cards are really worth taking as BND because Carson Wentz is just not very great. Like, he is usable for sure, right? So if you're going to go with him, you can. But to go with Carson Wentz, who is nothing special, and to have them as a BND, which you really want to replace him as quickly as possible, is just not the correct move there. Corey Littleton just isn't good. Eddie Jackson, 83 speed, just a little bit too slow, my liking. And Kwity Paye is actually not bad. But again, at that specific position of D lineman, I feel like you want to upgrade a little bit quicker. So let's go over the 6 that I decided to rank here. And again, this comes down as well to what your team needs. But at number 6, I have Javonte Williams. However, I will say this. He could actually be higher depending on if you don't need him as a starter, okay? Now, really with Javonte Williams, I have him this low because if you have a running back that is better, if you have the coins to go out and get someone like Joe Mixon, right, which I know maybe not a lot of people do. Breece Hall, rookie premier, I really like that card as well. And I do feel like we're about to get a lot of running backs that will come out. That will be a lot quicker than Javonte. This speed is the only thing holding him back on this ranking list, but he has 84 speed, 83 excel, great carrying at 86, change of direction, juke and spin, that's not really there. But this is a great trucking back. Like, this is a great goal line back with 87 truck and 85 break tackle. If you have a pretty good team right now and you don't really need any of these other guys, which maybe you'll need some of the top guys here for sure, I'll say that. But Javonte, if you only need him as a short yardage back, maybe on the goal line, maybe you sub him in at fullback as well if you don't have like Mike Allstott, whatever. Javonte Williams with that trucking is actually really solid. So I don't think this is a bad idea at all to take as a backup running back. If he has to be your starter right now, this would be a very solid backup in the future. Now, coming up at number 5, we have Elaine Johnson. But I will say, honestly, you could swap this guy and the next guy that I'm about to talk about, depending on your offense. But with Elaine Johnson, he has 86 run block. He also has 67 speed, only an 82 strength on him though, and he has an 83 pass block. It's an O-lineman. There's really nothing wrong with going with O-lineman, honestly, because, I mean, it's just an O-lineman. They're all going to be very solid at this point in the game at 86 overall. Really, they're about tied, to be honest with you. You just go if you need a right tackle or center, you go with that position, I suppose. But Tyler Shatley, I have ahead of Elaine Johnson. It's really just tied here. Go whichever one you need. Similar stats pretty much. Pass block 84, 84 run block, 86 strength. If you need a center, take Tyler. If you need a right tackle, you go with Elaine Johnson. Now at number 3 though, I have Gabriel Davis. Now the reason for Gabriel Davis being this high is because you are taking a card that is going to be on your team for a while. And I think Gabriel Davis right now is definitely good enough to start on a lot of teams. I've faced a lot of people with this card. He has great height at 6'2". He actually has pretty solid run blocking as well right now with 60 run block, 60 impact block. Kind of overlooked on this card. That's pretty solid. And he also has great catch and traffic at 85 with 86 deep route running and 85 speed. I'm actually a big fan of this card. I think this Gabriel Davis is very good. And don't overlook his abilities, guys. He also comes equipped with outside apprentice as well. So you get those extra routes on him if you want to throw those on. I like the Gabriel Davis card a lot. And of course, he can be your wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3, or even get in the game as your wide receiver 4 potentially. Now, if you guys have watched my videos for a long time, I bet you did not expect me to have Davine Diablo here at number 2. But I actually do. Davine Diablo, I have as my number 2 best one to take as BND. And there are actually 2 reasons for this. Number 1, he's just really fast and really big, right? 6'3", 86 speed. And as much as I don't like to use her, linebackers because they just don't animate, right now there aren't like any super crazy users in the game. Like a lot of the good safeties that you could use her, aside from Cam Chancellor or whatever, I'd rather just have him at safety. Like, I would really just rather have Ronnie Lott back there roaming. I would much rather have Javon Holland back there roaming around as well. And I would not want to use her on them. I've actually been using her on Daxton Hill. But I do have Davine Diablo on my team. And the reason I have him on my team is actually not to start. So again, you're taking this card as BND, right? Which means eventually he's probably not going to be starting for your team. Well, when you put him on backup, what is he in for? Kick returns. And then you have an 86 speed linebacker coming down the field with 89 hit power. So yeah, that may surprise me, guys, but I actually really like taking this card as BND because he will always be on your kick returns as long as he is in your backup outside linebacker position coming down the field to get those tackles. And I definitely notice him on kickoffs 110%. So you can take him now to user and to have on your kickoffs. And of course, the number 1 option right now is Donald Parham. He actually might be the most overpowered card in the game. I don't know if you can say the most, but by far and away one of the best cards in the game currently because he's 6'8" and there's really just no defense for him. If you chuck up a aggressive catch, if you know how to use his body to cut off defenders, 6'8" with 85 speed. He also has, 87 spectacular catch, comes equipped with deep out elite as well. Can't really run block all the way, I'll be honest, for a tight end. I've really noticed he's not the best at run blocking. He does have 60 run block here with 71 impact block. But if you're like faced up versus a linebacker, you'll notice that he may not be the best blocker. But I absolutely love Parham. He is a monster, and he will be for a very long time. So with that being said, guys, that is my rankings of the best BND headliners for you guys to pick. And again, you get an auctionable one at the end of the pass, but the first one you get is BND. So your selection for that one definitely has to be someone you're comfortable with having on your team for a while, and I really like Donald Parham and Diablo especially. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, check these out.